Welcome back everyone, it's FNHusa57 here. We're back on Destiny. Today I'll be showing you how to do this week's Nightfall strike. So of course by now y'all know it's a level 30 Nightfall. This week is on the Ishtar Sync Venus and it is the Nexus strike. We have Void Burn active as well as Angry and my least favorite Skull Juggler, so make sure you have plenty of ammo when you load into this. We're going to try and do this as quickly as possible for you. This has actually taken me a couple of attempts to get this done, since this is probably the most annoying strike with the most annoying combination of skulls. I will be using my level 32 Warlock, and I'll be using Void Walker for the most part, and then switch to Sunsinger later for the self-revive. So you can kill these guys that are here in the battlefield if you want. Try and get your super energy up and get some ammo. I'm gonna run past them. I've got enough ammo, so forget it. Plus there's other people there killing them, so my chances of getting ammo are slim. So we'll just skip past them, come in here, and of course the first group of enemy you're gonna have are Dregs and Vandals, so kind of let them pile up a bit, and then I'll toss my Void Grenade, which will take out a good number of them. Since Void Burn's active, it does more damage, and I've got the Seeker grenades, plus I've got my shit set up to where enemies explode when they're killed by my grenades. So now you have to worry about, you've got these Shanks. Shanks are very annoying because they have a solar shield, and of course you do 50% of the damage that you normally would when you hit them with the wrong elemental weapon. Bear that in mind. He dropped me heavy ammo. That was very nice. As you can see, I'm using a Void Sniper, and it's still taking 2 shots to kill these little Shanks. I hate them. They're like the most annoying enemy in the game. Be very, very careful, because even though these guys do arc damage for the most part, they're still level 30s, so they can do a lot of damage to you very quickly. And of course there we have a big group of enemies, so I'll just go ahead and use my Nova Bomb, and I've got Lance on it, so it travels in a very straight line, and I can just go ahead and kill them, and then use a Truth Rocket to go ahead and deal with the rest of these guys. Try and get a grenade in there. Actually, there's my Servitor. I'll hit the Servitor with the Truth Rocket, because Servitors are very annoying. They do void damage, and they have a large area of effect. You can also, don't be afraid to chuck your grenades in there to force enemies out of hiding, which that worked perfectly. I was able to hit him with my sniper rifle then, so I'm going to run out and grab that little bit of ammo that was right there, which gave me more rockets. Oh, keep in mind, since Angry is on, enemies don't flinch, which isn't too bad with these guys, but it can be very annoying because basically they just keep shooting at you. Also keep in mind that Juggler is active, so you will not regen any ammunition whatsoever, and basically that, well, pretty much whatever weapon you kill an enemy with, they will not drop you ammo for. So don't hesitate to use your super and your grenades, because those, when you kill an enemy with any of your abilities, those will actually drop ammunition possibly for all 3 of your weapons. This way you don't run completely out of ammo. So go ahead and get rid of that Servitor, and be careful, you have the Vandals with the sniper rifles. You'll also have a Reaver Captain, and of course he has an arc shield, so again you have to be very careful. You can kind of take down his shield with a weapon that does arc damage, and then back off because you have more of those snipers, and while they're again arc damage, they do a insane amount of damage. So again, I'm going to pop out there with my grenade and let the grenade do some of the work for me. I do have more Truth Rockets, but I was kind of saving those since you don't get heavy ammo all that often, and I can deal with most of these guys with just primary weapon. Be very, very careful when your shields get low, though, because they will kill you very quickly, so just back off for a second get your shields back. It's not like any of them regen their health. And then you can keep firing on them. Now, they're vandals, so they're very annoying. They have the tracking rifle where the rounds will actually follow you around a door. And of course, then you have the shanks, so you want to deal with as many of these guys as quick as possible. If you still have a shank there, you can always use your grenade like I did, and that gets rid of most of them. Now in this case, there's a servitor there, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him with truth, knock out half of his health bar, and then try and take him down the rest of the way with possibly primary ammunition after I deal with these couple other vandals that are right in front of me. Of course, there's another vandal, and I don't have any sniper rifle rounds, so we'll just use a rocket. Some people might say it's a waste of a rocket, but I want him dead as quick as possible. I've got more primary ammo, just got more sniper and more heavy ammo. So now all I need is I need a shot on that servitor. There we go, servitor's dead. So that's the last servitor.
Okay.
Don't have to worry about him anymore. Of course, though, you do have these 3 sword-wielding vandals that spawn. I like to snipe them because they're just really easy to go ahead and get rid of that way. And of course, the rest of the enemy will retreat up those stairs. So make sure you're ready for that. Use this time to pick up any ammo that you can find. Definitely any sniper rifle ammo and any heavy ammo. You will definitely need the heavy ammo later. And then come up here. And you can usually get some snipes on these guys so you don't waste as much ammo. I don't like wasting sniper rifle shots, especially on the nightfall missions. Gotta try and get your precision kills. There we go, they're done. Of course, he gave me... Oh, he did give me heavy ammo. That's very nice, because you'll use some more heavy ammo right up here. Of course, you have shanks to deal with, so I like to just deal with the shanks, and then I like to rocket those vandals that are up there. This shank is still alive. As you can see, he's just eating a ton of damage right now, mainly because of that shield. But once you get that shield down, they're very, very easy to kill. Make sure all your weapons are reloaded. And then you can see kind of what you have to deal with. There's usually another stealth vandal, which, yep, that's what we have today. We have one more stealth vandal. So, take care of him. He dropped me heavy ammo, so I'm going to go pick that up. Now I have full heavy ammo. I also have full primary ammo. So we'll run through this part. This next part's not too difficult. There's a couple goblins you gotta watch out for, but other than that, pretty easy.
We're getting close.
Depends on what weapons that you have, or if you're new to the game. If you just got the game, it can be a bit of a problem, because you gotta go ahead and level up, but as you see, I can kind of pretty much walk through this. It's another drag, but they die easily. Dregs die really easily, so nothing to be worried about. You could run past these guys, but I like to kill them because there's a chance that they'll give you heavy weapon ammo. And like that guy, he just dropped me heavy weapon ammo, and I'll actually be using heavy weapon ammo in the next room here, so it's good to know that I can just back up and get more heavy weapon ammo. Now keep in mind that these goblins, you don't want to get close to them because they have a void damage melee, and since void burns on, it can do a lot of damage to you. Now of course you have to come down here and kill these harpy zealots, which they have a void shield, or not void, sorry about that, they have an arc shield. As you can see, I'm using my Oversoul Edict, and it's doing a lot of damage to them since it's doing double damage against their shield. You have to be kind of careful because there'll be more goblins to the right and to the left of you. There are 2 Axis goblins that you have to watch out for. and they have a void damage weapon, so you have to be very, very careful of them. They can take you down in just a couple hits. As you can see, that's one of them right there, but he shot the floor, so I was pretty lucky. I'm going to shoot him in the face, and I still took damage from him. So I'm actually going to use a grenade to kill him and then run away while I reload. It's the best way to deal with them. And then you've got more regular goblins, of course, over here through the right door. There's still one more access goblin, so keep that in mind. But I'll go ahead and I'll kill the rest of these regular goblins. Then what you're going to want to do is try and pop out here. Ideally, you want to have your sniper rifle ready or a void damage weapon ready. I use the sniper, and you try and target the weak point for those little goblins, and there's our access goblin friend. So in that case, I'm just going to use truth and rocket him. I don't want to deal with him. There's another minotaur. There's actually 2 minotaurs, so again, we'll use truth for those. Since the minotaurs have a void shield, truth works very well at killing them. Now, I know it's out of the way, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up here. Remember that brick of heavy ammo that fell around here somewhere? You can actually come back here and pick it up. There it is. Just had to remember where it was. So now I got 4 more rockets, and I didn't have to use an ammo synthesis, so I don't have cooldown on the ammo, which is a very, very nice thing. Now the only thing that's really dangerous out here right now are the actual hobgoblin snipers, so go ahead and kill both of them. Take your time and land your criticals so that it doesn't take as much ammo. And pretty much then what I'll do is I'll normally jump up here and see if they dropped ammo, because like right now I don't have very much primary ammo, and I really want some more primary ammo. So you want to kind of check the area for ammo, and it looks like there's some right here. I'm in luck. Yep, actually primary and specialty. So back to having about 400 and change, almost 500 actually, yeah, 500 with what I have in the magazine rounds. I'll toss my grenade through there, and since my void damage grenade actually seeks them out, it works out pretty well. Do have to be careful, like I said, I'm backing up because they have a void melee, but I have a void melee as well, so kind of all works out. Now, I don't want to necessarily waste this super, but at this point I'm actually going to have to do that. So I'm going to switch to my Sunsinger, and as you can see I have self-revive active. And then I'm going to come out here and try and take out the rest of these little hobgoblins that are here. In this case, I'm going to use 1 truth rocket to hit the majority of them. Since your super energy is increased drastically when you get, a multi-kill, so I use truth to go ahead and kill several of those goblins with 1 shot. Plus it also damaged several more of them, and then I'll usually come out here and finish them off with my primary weapon, since they don't really do a whole lot of damage and they normally stay a decent ways back from you. So what I'm trying to do at this point is I'm trying to go ahead and get my super. Since getting to the actual room with the boss fight is very, very annoying when Void Burn is active. You have multiple Minotaurs and multiple Axis Minotaurs to deal with. That's why I like to go ahead and have Sunsinger available, so at least you have 1 chance to self-revive if you do take a direct hit. If you're a Titan, you normally have a little bit more damage that you can take because you have higher armor than Warlocks do, so keep that in mind. Hunters have even lower armor than Warlocks, so they're even harder to do this with. Now, you can't stay up here where I'm sniping for very long because there will be a yellow health bar Minotaur that spawns behind you, and he'll kill you very, very quickly. So it's very important to go ahead and kill off as many of these Minotaurs, especially the yellow health barred ones, as soon as possible. I'm gonna have to jump because, as you've seen, that guy spawned behind me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump and run, keep sprinting, jump and run, get to here. Alright, now you're pretty much safe. Well, as safe as we can be for now, that is. Because you still have Minotaurs to deal with. And of course they do void damage, so again, void, splash damage, not fun at all. What you're going to do is you're going to take your time standing on top of this column, and you're going to try and find one at a time. You're going to try and pick them off, but they keep teleporting, so don't be afraid to use grenades, because the grenades, if you stick them with it, they'll kind of get them to stop moving for a second. Also, don't be afraid to use rockets, because you need to get rid of them, especially if they're a yellow health bar. You have to get rid of them ASAP. And I'm not seeing this second one. So actually, what I'll do right here is I'll go ahead and switch my grenade type. And I'll switch it to the firebolt grenade so that it hits anything near me. Also, very important, go ahead and make sure that you have room to get any exotic reward that you get from this. So I'm going to delete a couple of things out of my inventory, a couple of greens that I don't need. And it's showing that, yep, he's right below me. So I went ahead and I hit him with my firebolt grenade to kind of force him out into the opening. And try and hit him again with truth. Now, like you've seen, that I took massive damage right there, mainly because of the fact that, well, as you know, he does void damage, so yeah. Alright, what you're going to want to do now is, this is the hardest part because this is the final boss fight, and of course the Nexus never stops shooting at you, and he does void damage, plus he has insane blast radius, so very hard to do. You're basically going to chill behind this pillar, wait for your shields to come up, and then you're going to blast him with rockets. So right now, enemies are spawning. I'm going to take a second and use a heavy ammo synthesis so I have full heavy ammo, because this gets crazy very quickly. Right now, I'm going to keep Sunsinger on, but you could switch to void damage for your class, so that at least your grenades and your super would be able to do damage. I'm not going to chance it at the moment. I'm going to keep jumping up and firing truth. As soon as I take a hit, you're going to get back down and just really hold your ground, wait for your shields to regen, because they will very, very, very quickly kill you. Then some of the ads are going to start shooting at you, like the goblins and eventually the hobgoblins, so you're going to want to switch back to your primary weapon and deal with them. As soon as you see a hobgoblin, kill it, because they have a void damage grenade, and by now you all know what void damage does, so yeah. Now there's going to be another hobgoblin over here. I see him lobbing grenades at me, but I don't see him. So I'm going to sit there for a second, reload my rocket launcher, and you want to kill these ads so that you're not taking as much damage when you actually jump up and fire, because you basically only have time to fire one rocket. Any more than that, and you'll kind of get killed yourself. Now, you can also throw a grenade, but like you've seen, that only did 1,300 damage, and I still almost got killed, so grenades, not your best bet. Definitely not your best bet. Truth is much better. As you've seen, that rocket did 7,000 damage. Now, this is not the new version of Truth. This is the old version of Truth, so its max attack is sadly only 300 instead of 331. So again, jump up, lock on. If you lock on, you'll do more damage than if you just fire the rocket by itself. I'll show you. I'll go ahead and lock on, and you see I hit 7,200 and then another 20 something. So you do about, you do close to 10k when you do it that way. Be very, very careful. I just keep popping up and using that solar grenade. Of course, you're going to have more adds that spawn. This is where having a void damage grenade would be very nice. So prioritize the Harpy Zealots. Harpy Zealots have an arc shield, and they can also, when they get ready to attack you, they sort of levitate up off the ground, and that means that they're going to have enough of a height advantage that they can shoot you up here. So be very, very careful with them, and you always want to prioritize killing the Harpy Zealots before you kill regular goblins. Also, you want to prioritize hobgoblins. But pretty much just kill everything, because anytime you take damage with this week's weekly Nightfall, I mean, you see that he just about kills me just jumping up there high enough to shoot one rocket. I mean, all I'm shooting is one rocket, and I'm almost getting killed. So keep that in mind. Like, you see those not hobgoblins there, but those zealots, those Harpy Zealots are really doing a lot of damage to me. So I have to kill them as soon as possible. And sadly, I'm going to start to run out of primary weapon ammo. There's the hobgoblin. I need to get rid of him. Also, see that void grenade that he's charging. It's almost going to land up here with you. So very, very dangerous. You've got to prioritize killing them. If you have your grenades, you use your grenades and try and kill them. Like I said, you might want to switch to a void damage grenade if you have it, because without it, you're pretty much left to your own devices. And I mean, I've got a minute left until I get until my ammo cools down. So basically, you can pop up, chuck the grenade. It's 1300 damage. I'm just about out of primary weapon ammo. I've got 9 shots left. There is ammo down there on the ground, but if you jump down on the ground, you're guaranteed to die. Even if you were a Titan, the only way you might survive is a Titan with a bubble shield. You could drop down there and drop the bubble, and then you might be able to survive, but that's about it. Sadly, even though there's ammo on the ground, regardless of how long I wait, it will not regen ammo, because as you see, there's Juggler active. So you are left to having to use basically ammo synthesis. As you see, I keep popping up there and chucking the grenade, only because, I mean, it is 1300 damage. It's not a lot, but considering the fact that my other option is really just to wait for heavy ammo and then pelt them with heavy ammo, which, I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage, but I'm not doing enough damage quick enough. And then, of course, I took a direct hit, so go ahead and let your shields fully regen. As you see, this whole entire time, he has not stopped shooting this area, so it's very, very hard to do this. Very, very aggravating strike, because there really isn't any good place to hide or a place that you can get to, or even a way to stagger them. So say you were using Black Hammer and you just kept hitting him in the face, which is one thing that you could do, is just keep using Black Hammer, but sadly he does not stagger, so even with Black Hammer it's not really that useful. I'm gonna save my rockets there. See, there's heavy ammo on the ground. I'd love to have that heavy ammo, but alas, I cannot jump down there or I'm dead. So just gonna wait for a grenade. Gonna chill here for a second. There's plenty of enemy there, so I'll toss my grenade down there. Hits all of them. Gonna wait and jump up, lock on, hit the NEXUS. And now, of course, everything's attracted to me, so I have to waste that rocket on them and kill them. Now, what I'm actually going to do is a little bit annoying, but I'm going to switch to a heavy machine gun, and I'm going to switch to Icebreaker. This is where Icebreaker really comes in handy, because it is one of the few weapons that actually regens its ammunition, and that is very, very, very helpful. Now you can use it as just as the Icebreaker to go ahead and get ammunition to deal with the adds. It is solar damage, so it's not going to help you with... oh crap, I'm almost dead. That was that void grenade I was telling you about earlier. Oh, that almost killed me. So of course we have Harpy Zealots, which again, you know, they have that damn arc shield, so even though I've got, this is a brand new icebreaker, 331 attack, fully maxed out. It takes an insane number of shots to kill them. It takes about 3 shots to actually kill them, and I'm not regenning ammo fast enough for that. But basically, we're just going to keep using icebreaker for the moment to deal with the ads, at least until the ads are done, or at least toned down a bit, and then I will be showing you the nice exploit that icebreaker offers. So there's not really a whole lot of ads there right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the icebreaker to go ahead and regen its max amount of ammunition, which is 6 rounds. Keep an eye out, you know, see all that pretty ammo down there, but alas, we cannot use any of it. Very, very annoying, and that's why I hate the juggler skull, and honestly, I hate this week's Nightfall. So now that we have 6 rounds, I'm going to go ahead and switch from the icebreaker to my void sniper, the supremacy, and as you see, I have 6 rounds, actually a little bit over 6 rounds for it. So what you can do is now you have some ammo that, again, you can keep shooting the Nexus with, and if you get criticals with the sniper, it's about 7,000 damage roughly, a little bit more. Bad thing is you actually have to scope in, so you're left vulnerable, and most likely he's going to hit you, so you want to do this when you have no ads around and when you have full shields. If you don't land a critical, you're only going to have around 2,000 damage, but 2,000 damage is better than the damage that my grenade deals, so we're going to take a quick second and see if ammo is available. Ammo is not available, and as you can see, more enemies just spawned, which is very, very annoying. The ads keep spawning. Basically, they wanted to make it to where, okay, you basically have a way to get ammunition. The problem is, yeah, they drop ammo for you, but you can't get down there to pick up any of the ammo. So very, very annoying and just insanely aggravating at this point. So I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to switch to the icebreaker again and wait for the icebreaker to regen its ammo, at least using it to engage these little shitty freaking goblins on the ground there. You would think that you would be able to regen the ammo that's on the ground. No, sadly it doesn't work. The only other thing that you could do is if you have a weapon that allows you to pick up ammo by shooting it, that is just a godsend right now. So even if you had a auto rifle or you had a pulse rifle, or I mean, it could be literally a level 1 shitty weapon, but right now that just the ability to pick up the ammo by shooting it is a godsend. And since I don't have any weapon that does that, I'm left to using this strategy with the icebreaker regenning its ammo. And of course I have that damn grenade. That's why I use the Sunsinger. So like right there you see I have my Sunsinger. I had to use self-revive. I'm gonna spam these grenades to try and deal with as many of those hobgoblins as possible, because they are very, very, very annoying, and they're pretty much the only thing that can kill you up here. The only good thing about dying and using my self-revive is I did get more primary weapon ammo. I didn't lose any heavy weapon ammo because I didn't have any heavy weapon ammo to begin with. So not too bad right now. Icebreaker has fully regened its 6 rounds. So I'll go ahead and switch to the Supremacy and switch back to Truth and use a heavy ammo synthesis. Hopefully I will have enough ammo right now to go ahead and kill him. So be very, very careful. Make sure you have your shields. Jump up, lock on, shoot your rocket. Wait for your shields to come back. At least most of the way, jump up, shoot your rocket. Looking at about 7,200 damage a hit. Jump up, shoot your rocket. That one did a little over 9,000. Basically just going to keep doing that. Jumping up, shooting those rockets. Hopefully I can get this done before any more ads spawn. And should be one more. Yep, he is dead. So do be careful, because there's a few goblins usually left. You can jump down here and go ahead and pick up some of that lovely ammo that we could have used much earlier on, yet sadly cannot get to. And pretty much then, you know, of course, come over here where the Nexus died, and, you know, he'll drop a little blue polyphage or something like that for you. And that is pretty much how you solo this week's Nightfall. And you can do that with any time it's this Nightfall, but when it's Void Burn, it is, I would say, in my top 2 for hardest strikes, second only to Omnigul with Arc Burn. So then, of course, you'll get this screen that pops up, and we'll wait for that to go away and see what kind of reward I got. As you've seen, I had 172 kills, and yet all it gave me was a kind of crappy rocket launcher. It gave me a one-way ticket, 000, which is, it's not a bad rocket launcher, but it's not really that great. It does have 331 attack, so if you didn't have a good rocket launcher, that would be something that you could use. But pretty much it gave me junk. Of course, you have a chance of getting an exotic from it, so you might as well do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or you need help with a Nightfall or something like that, please feel free to post a comment. Let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.